Yo, hello chat. Welcome to Valence League Week 3, I believe, Division 2. Today we have Golubred Mafia vs OPN Return of the Nerds. I am solo casting for Game 1 because my other caster poofed into thin air, so, you know, chat interaction. Chat interaction will have to be high, please, if anyone's watching. I hope someone's watching. We're just about ready to hop into Champ Select here. Yeah, I have no idea how I'm gonna handle the solo cast. I'm supposed to have someone by Game 2. Hopefully it goes to Game 3. Okay, as we're hopping into Champ Select here. Now, I don't actually know what either team plays, so I'm gonna be completely honest. Ice Cold, OPN about to get gapped by Ice Old. Keg W, true, as Lilia gets banned. As the new season was opening, Lilia was really OP with the AP items. Obviously, Andres did get Lost Chapter removed as a component, and Rod got buffed as a power spiking item. Mort gets banned from the top lane, I'm assuming here. Hakun gets banned away as well. Yeah, it looks like they're just targeting the enemy jungler. Yeah, both teams just have a clear game plan, not something you usually see in the league. I'm assuming 3 jungle bans versus 3 top bans. I'm not sure why. I'm not quite sure why they banned Renekton. Renekton's obviously, like, you know, as we see Kaylin get banned away. Renekton's not that strong compared to previous season. A lot of the Bruiser items did get changed. The Gore Junker got removed. You know, Renekton's strongest item. But yeah, compared to what's been happening in the top lane meta, Renekton has fallen off in power. Cassandra is really strong, a counter to Renekton, obviously. As we see Nocturne get banned away. Orange sometimes getting picked up too. Rumble is still really broken, really going to Renekton still. Two trick jungler versus two trick top laner. Oh, okay. So is this what's happening? As we see Jarvan get picked first. Now I don't actually quite like the Jarvan first pick because it's like the Jarvan is a very stale pick. Not that the champion isn't meta, but it's like compared to the previous season, every single champion used the scale, right? But now in this, you know, more champion-centric meta in season 14, you pick Jarvan, you're basically stuck at the same. You're power spiked since level 2, and you're just gonna be stuck at that power spike. Sometimes you're gonna get stuck on one item, sometimes you're gonna get stuck on 2. But who knows? As we see Seraphine as an answer to the Jarvan pick. I'm not vibing with the Seraphine pick at all. Okay. Yeah, the reason I'm not vibing with the Seraphine pick is because you wanna. I'm assuming this Seraphine pick is support, right? But oh, hello. Oh, what happened? Okay, I thought I was having someone co-cast, but I guess not. Yeah, the Seraphine pick is immobile, really weak into Jarvan, as we see Maokai for some sort of peel. I really hope the Seraphine goes support, because if not, then mid lane or ADC is going to be quite a problem. Ooh, the Aphilio is not something we see a lot of in pro play, especially. Still a very exciting pick, nonetheless. Ooh, the Aphelios on release. The classic season 13 bot lane. I'm really liking the 1-2-3 from Golubred Mafia so far. You have strong jungler. They have an answer with a jungler of their own, so you know that opens them up to banning more Jarvan answers, such as the the Lee Sin, the Xin Zhao. It's his AFK main. Who's AFK main? Defilios? Darius gets banned away. Obviously popularized by the BDS French top laner, now benched Toxic Darius main, Adam Manan. We saw a lot of Darius as an answer to Udyr, but that's simply because Rumble is still really broken. Senna gets banned away, so yeah, I'm assuming they were going for a fasting Senna strat with the Malphite top. This should be... They should ban our Rumble here, or Cannon, if enemy top laner does play it, because... Oh, they ban Ahri instead, so... You know, Ahri, obviously, you don't pick Ahri for the mid lane presence. You pick her for the jungle synergy, right? Yasuo ban. Yeah, I could see a Yasuo angle with Maokai and Malphite supplying and Seraphine supplying enough AP damage. You could just go straight Yasuo. Yasuo doesn't have any obvious counters in the mid lane besides something like a Zed, but I doubt Blaze of Midnight plays Zed. Silas open to Malphite, that also could be an option with the Jarvan jungle. Garlic Bear Mafia still playing like his 10 patches ago. Yeah, I can see that. Udyr gets picked. Now, Udyr is actually really strong as a tank top laner into other tank top laners, because his R does percentage health damage, his Q does percentage health damage. He has insane sustain on his W, and he can just run away with Ghost and Empowered E, right? So I'm really liking this pickup, but unfortunately, I'm not quite too sure. They need a really strong mid laner here, like Brand. That is definitely a strong mid laner. Now they're able to contest Void Grubs too. The problem with the Udyr Jarvan is that you lack the agency and the damage, so you wouldn't be able to contest the guards. Well, with Brand, something that Brand doesn't actually need items or any gold. He just needs levels. So he presses one button, and into Malphite Maokai is definitely going to be a problem, and into Graves, who's short range as well. And Nivea, a bit of a frog in cosplay. We'll see if the Nivea ends up going support. No, so it's actually Graves. Okay, so it's actually Graves bot with Seraphine. I'm not quite too sure about this. Wait. Oh, yeah, I'm trolling. Sorry, chat. It's Seraphine, ADC, and Maokai support. Yeah, every single jungle. I mean, every single Drake. Sorry, not jungle. Not a single Drake will be falling to Return of the Nerds. Unfortunately, they're just doing a G2 cosplay and saying, you know what, we're letting every single Drake fall, and we're just gonna scale. Brand mid 5 the drafter. Okay, but Brand, because he received a lot of the changes to his kit that allowed him to be the Z tier jungler he is now. You can actually transfer those buffs into the mid lane and top lane. For those of you who watch Brand top players, he's not actually that weak. I'm not quite too sure about the Anivia pick though. I think it takes way too long to scale up, but it does get more push on the Brand. As I'm gonna have to fill in 3 minutes of delay. Someone please join the Discord. I love watching Garlic Bear Mafia games. It always shows me that no matter how far behind a team is, they can come back and stop Garlic Bear Mafia. Truly inspiring. Are these guys like really that bad? What's with the hate against them in chat? Wow, this looks boring to play. Yeah, I agree. It's so cool to see Marathon make all champs seem so hard. Oh man. Yeah, that yeah, mods crush his skull. I think Garlic Bear Mafia actually has the better draft though. Like I'm not even, you know, like no memes. You have a strong you have a strong 3v3 top, strong 3v3 bot, but I don't know how much of the draft one I can put to Golubber Mafia compared to like how much OPN gave up in draft resources to draft the Seraphine Senna. And they even, I don't know why they picked Malphite on 3 when they do have the last pick. The last pick was Anivia, by the way, so we're looking for a masterclass performance from the Anivia. If the Anivia doesn't clutch up, yeah, she just needs to get subbed, I think. They get outscaled, and the affiliates shouldn't be allowed to auto once. Isn't the title wrong? I'm not in charge of the title. They get outscaled. Don't they get outscaled, and the affiliates shouldn't be able to auto once? No, not. I mean, yeah, yes and no. They just need to wait for Malphite to make the first engage, and if Malphite misses the first engage, then all hell breaks loose from GBM. He should be able to just run straight cleanse here, with the thresh, but no. The only issue is that if Aphelios is gonna be autoing the Malphite like for 10 years, that's the only issue I can see. But Brand should be able to clean up the backline or help with bursting the Malphite as well. Caster should read my Ari lore message. Yeah, I saw that. I'm not gonna read it. No. As we finally got through the delay, should be loading into stream. I mean, should be loading into the game any minute now. Hopefully, if everything else goes according to plan. Title wrong, Pepe Despair. I'm not in charge of the title. Don't think the carry should ever be allowed to walk out without being one-tapped by Malphite, Sarah, Graves. Graves should never be able to. If Graves walks up to one-tap the Aphelios, then the Aphelios did something wrong. Graves is incredibly short range, and Aphelios is able to has every single gun in his kit should be able to 1v1 the Graves no matter what. Unless the Graves builds like Tabby's shield bow. But he shouldn't. Spam this fire to make Ice retire. Yeah, let's get that spam going, chat. Hey, Caster, is Brand hot? No. I mean, technically yes, but... Marathon about to give us masterclass on how to miss thresh hooks. He shouldn't be... Actually, he shouldn't be able to land any thresh hook besides on the Maokai here. As we're finally in game. Oh my god. It only took us 10 years. But we finally made it. As I go ahead and switch scenes here, sorry guys, Clorox stream production. I love how this stream doesn't feel like a real casted game. Yeah, that's where you're wrong, buddy. Look at this, look at this. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? XP tab on the left. Are you ready? Oh no, you're not ready for this though. You're not ready for this though. Gold graph on the bottom since start. You weren't ready. You weren't ready, chat. As a Teemo main, it's just a streamer talking to chat. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened to my other streamer. He was supposed to be here. I hopefully get someone by game 2. Huge ward actually going down on the red buff. Chat, did you see that? Yoviel caster of the year. True. Oh my god, chat. You see? Yeah. Okay, I need to stop talking to chat and I actually need to get into the game. Okay, so Graves is starting the red side even though he's going to be on a ward. I'm assuming Jarvan should actually be starting his red because it's faster to... As a jungler, it's always faster to clear, unless the jungle changes again. It's always faster to clear from red to blue side. Or from red buff to the blue buff because the blue buff has Gromp, which increases resistances as it gets lower, so you want to save smite for that. And the Raptors and Krugs are like really easy to clear on most junglers these days. Can we have volume? Oh, yeah, Clark's production. Sorry, guys. No, you do have volume. What? Cause can we have music bot in channel now? I mean, there's nothing really to talk about. Graves doing a full clear. Udyr is just smashing Malphite in the top lane. Like, yeah. I guess we can see what's going on bottom. Ooh, my sensitivity is a bit wank. Like too high. I mean, yeah, there's just nothing happening here. Turn the music up. I don't want to hear the cringe league champion quotes. Can't hear the game. What do you mean you can't hear the game? You can hear the game. What? We don't hear the game. Yeah, it's doomed. We can't hear the game. I guess I'm just gonna have to turn on desktop audio. Okay. Jordan hits the Flagging Dragon on the Maokai, has to W and proc Aftershock, has to flash away too. Thresh actually plays in, just dry walks up. Maokai should end up dying here, and no one ends up committing anything other than Ignite. Flagging Dragon, a huge Flagging Dragon flash on the Maokai. I don't know why the Furious flash too. He could have just green weaponed him to death. As the Feeler shows off the combos, won't make anything happen though. Caster, how much for you to sing your casts? I'm not singing casts. Let's look at this Udyr gameplay. Yep. Yep. Yeah, the Malphite should end up dying here. Never mind, Udyr's tanking like 10 million waves, and it's cooked. Yep, times 9 Udyr, guys. What I want to see from this Anivia is not that, what I just witnessed, but, you know, just take it easy, scale. You're gonna end up doing probably more than the brand if everything else goes according to plan. As Udyr did have to invest the TP. As Andreas Claymore did actually end up backing and buying. I'm not sure if he bought 2 more pods or just dry bought 3 pods, but yeah, you don't. I'm not sure why he bought 3 pods when he has a fleet. What was Udyr planning? He was planning to kill the Malphite, but he didn't realize he was tanking the entire wave. Like, that was like 4 waves and 2 cannons he was tanking. Yeah, cannons do a lot of damage. I mean, not cannons, but minions do a lot of damage, guys. Malphite should just end up dying here. Flag and drag misses, but they should probably still kill him. No other slows coming out besides the Udyr. And this kill should end up going to Jarvan, yep. Actually, the Anivia egg was procced by the brand picks, I guess. I'm not really sure how that happened. Huge hook actually landing onto the Maokai. He passive autos the minion to heal back some of the damage that the Infernum gave him. I'm actually loving this jungle play. You know, I'm not actually quite sure how OPN is getting any Drake here with Maokai Seraphim, but I guess the Jarvan wants to get all 6 scrubs. I would have liked to see the Jarvan contest this Ocean Soul, because Ocean Soul is so big, by the way. As the first Drake, it's so massive. But, you know, can't expect too much. Seraphim and Malko just scaling their way to victory. You know what I would have liked to see, and this is something you see in like LPL and uh, and the eastern regions and some Senna lanes when they go Senna Maokai, they let the Senna or Seraphine in this case start farming with the Doran's item, and then they get as a huge hook hits on the Maokai, but there is a minion to save the Maokai with the twist advance. As Nivea ends up pushing this wave though, terrible mid lane state though. But yeah, as I was saying, they let the Seraphine or Senna start CSing the minions, and then they buy the support item first back, and then they turn into a support. But in the other case, Senna gets to scale with her souls, right? And Maokai gets to stack tank items and gold for free. I would have liked to see that. Someone should communicate that to the OPN. MasterCard gold graph reveal 1. Oh yeah, true. They really are great teams. They just have to work on their laning, drafting, map control, team fighting, smites, farming, side laning, early game and late game. Yeah. Yeah, that was a message. Let's take a look at the gold tab. I feel you're sitting on 3.2k, and the closest next to him is Jarvan with 2.9. Yeah, I'm not really quite sure how this Aphelios gold will translate into the late game or mid game, sorry. But every single dragon from here on out should be GBMs. As the Awakened Phoenix does end up coming out to win the trade against Malphite. And yeah, this top is just so sleeper. Brand, you have to get out of the Anivia though. Massive trade lost by the Brand versus the Anivia. Or more top lane action going on. Drake is coming up in 214. It's not an ocean drag though. Let's see what dragon it is. It's a Hextech Drake. Not as important, but still important for, you know, soul stacking. Caster, would you say it's Jover for OPN? No, not really. As Twisted Advance doesn't end up going on the stretch. Questionable decision from Shadowhopper. Seraphine all doesn't have connecting on the both bot lanes. Cleanse has to be invested from the Aphelios. Maokai going incredibly low, but at the same time there's a fight happening top lane. Maokai going incredibly low too. A lot of things invested from OPN, but they can't get anything out of it. Cause now if we take a look at the map, because the Graves did end up taking the Drake slightly later than the Jarvan started grubs. Jarvan is able to pick up all 6 grubs here, by the way, and then transition his way over to Drake. On top of that, their bot lane is on a good back timer as well. They have a wave pushing. The wave pushing back then they can come back and get prior after too. So we should see the Hextech Drake falling to GBM as well. And it's just a gangbang in the top lane here. As yeah, this guy is just dead. No counterplay. Now for the Udyr's troubles, they will end up picking the all 6 grubs, by the way. Huge. I don't think you guys realize how OP 6 grubs are. It just lets you siege so much fast, like 3 times as fast in the mid game. I'm not really liking this Leandri's buy from the Udyr. I know that's where you're supposed to go, but you don't, like, basically the only true frontline on your team, and there isn't anyone else that's gonna build HP besides the Anivia. So you know, I'm not really, I don't really like the Leandri's buy. Dude does end up stopping the Malphite's back. The Malphite does have TPs. He probably wanted to sack this wave and TP bottom to secure the Drake. Yeah, but let's see what ends up happening on this Drake though, as Graves does end up starting it. Thresh is here. Thresh does end up having Guardian. Gets it proc to avoid some of the Maokai sapling pause damage. Maokai has to use the ult. Wait, what is this? Mafia doesn't have TPing bottom here. Udyr isn't TPing. That's Brand TPing actually. Drake doesn't have falling. That's it's not slightly Jover for OPN actually. But they do. Malphite does end up sacking the top lane tower. And I'm not really quite sure how OPN is getting any Drake here. Oh! I'm not gonna comment on that. Flying Dread doesn't end up missing though because of the Thresh play. Huge 3-man Seraphine ult. Graves is autoing down the Thresh. Poor choice of decision. Maokai ends up living. Ice Arrow is so low, ends up dying too. Graves didn't fall in the backline. There's also a fight happening in mid, but for no reason. 200 years? Yep, 200 years. Aladios. I'm not sure yet. Just the report Thresh, I guess. That was a poorly timed gank from the Graves onto the Aphelios. He did end up having the red white guns, and you know, if you're Aphelios, you want to be walking into a melee, you want to go melee into a ranged character, and unfortunately for Graves, he has to, you know, dash in closer. He has the smoke screen, so even if you smoke screen on top of him, he's still able to see you. And paired that with the Graves low auto range, that just spells disaster. How boring is this, by the way? Herald's coming up in about a minute. OPN definitely needs to speed this game up if they wanna win this, because against Brand, Udyr, and the Aphelios, you're just not gonna win the scaling war. You do have the Anivia, but I just don't think that's enough to shred through the Jarvan and Udyr. What I like from Brand is that he did actually. This only applies to Azir, because on Azir you want the Nashor's Tooth as fast as possible. So Brand did end up psyching the boost for the is Thresh gonna end up dying here? Huge hook onto the Anivia, who does end up having egg. This is Seraphine TPing. She does have ult. Everyone's going so low. Seraphine W should end up mitigating some of the Brand take damage. Udyr did invest Ghost into a hopeless team fight. Flag and Drag and Cataclysm coming out to the Nineveh. Huge, not actually that huge, but Malphite is here coming out to the backline. Cock solid. Actually, I can't say that. Onto the backline. Huge Graves are, but there's barely enough damage to continue killing the Jarvan as he does end up walking out with his life. Everyone is just so incredibly low for the Brand are. And AoE. Udyr, what are you doing? And what I thought was a boring game has actually spiced it up quite a bit. But yeah, as I was saying, I would have liked to see Sorks first on Brand, because he does end up using the Sorks more than most mages. And that would have actually helped in the team fight, because I think Leandris is it depends on enemy HP rise scales with the enemy. So I would have liked to see Sorks, but you know, just some nitty gritty stuff that I would have liked to see. Can't have it all. This Herald does end up falling, but yeah, it's a top lane masterclass from the Jarvan. He is down a bit of farm to the Graves, but that's expected. The Thresh just steal that minion. Drake is coming up in 40 seconds here. It is a Cloud Soul. I definitely don't want to give Cloud Soul to Anivia, by the way. But that depends. Aphelios should get rid of his blue gun as fast as possible in these 20 seconds. Maokai needs to get set up on the Drake ASAP. Huge hook landing onto Nivea actually. Combo from Brand and Flying Drag all hitting. She should end up dying here. Huge misplay for the Nivea actually. What are you doing in no man's land? How cringe does it feel to say that, by the way? Like, when casters say it, it just sounds so cool. But when I say it, it just sounds like, I don't know, not cool. First Drake will end up falling to... What's it? GBM? Garlic Bear Mafia? As a, you know, a placebo engage onto the Udyr. Okay, let's talk about what I would... Okay, let's talk about the perfect sequence of events for OPN, right? Baron's coming up in 2 minutes. You definitely, being the weaker team, you want to get vision set up on it now, or in the next minute or so. You want to stop the Udyr from split pushing bottom, so you want to send possibly Anivia down there with TP. Hopefully the Anivia doesn't get cut out, as they're just going to actually 3-man engage onto the Udyr. He does have Ghost, does have Empowered the Awaken soon. Doesn't have using the Empowered Awaken. Malphite are coming out to stop the Udyr from engaging. He does have the Ghost still. He's just trying to buy as much time as possible for the Brand, maybe. Twisted Advanced Flash coming from the Maokai to secure the kill, and Graves does end up picking that up. I'm not really sure about this Malphite TP though. It was going perfect until, you know, that Malphite TP, but you know, you get what you get what you can. Getting this top lane tower is actually so huge, by the way, because it, you know, in the mid game you play around what towers you have and what towers you don't have. So getting this top lane tower means they can contest this Baron a tiny bit easier. Sorry guys. I actually don't like Malphite pushing out this bot lane tower to gain tempo for this Baron. I would have liked to see Anivia here, but I guess they don't have as much catching power or as much damage without the Anivia. Definitely a draft gap. These hooks are just barely missing. Wagon Dragon Flash heading onto Anivia. She does have Egg. Cataclysm comes down to Anivia. She has to flash out of it. Malphite doesn't have Falling because he did invest his flash earlier to kill the Udyr. Hook was going, I don't know where. Brand in the middle, TPing into the Raptors. Huge. They're all just burning. Like, some people, I'm not going to say what happened in history and who burned, but that huge green rifle queue from the Aphelios. And now that should just be Baron. Hook landing from Narnia, actually. How he ended up hitting that? The Graves did end up buffering the E, but it didn't matter. Unfortunately, we don't have Red Bull Baron power play. So we are gonna have a... No way, Malphite, don't walk up. Don't walk up, Malphite. No, 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 it's just disaster. Anivia is here as well. Plays the wrong direction, though. Anivia wall is gonna save both of them, though. 400 HP smite. It's whatever. As we take a look at our Bleach Baron power play. Oh wait, we don't have Bleach as a sponsor. Oh, unlucky. I feel this is just so strong here, and that's gonna let me segue into our gold graph here. Yeah, I mean, you can just see how much that has spiked since 15 minutes. There is a fluctuation in the 10-15, but I'm assuming that's from the, you know, the 2 Drakes that they picked up and the Udyr kill. But yeah, this should just spell doom for as Udyr is just... What are we talking about this guy having the best map knowledge in the game? Or like the only top laner with map knowledge in the tournament? I mean, I guess his team does end up picking up that tier 2 mid tower as Graves just getting comboed by the brand. Threshold just slightly late. Huge Seraphine, actually not that huge. You missed out on 2 people potentially could have hit. Flag and drag hitting onto the Malphite. Jarvan does have the Cataclysm, doesn't end up using it though. A 1-for-1 in the mid lane. Not what you want to see if you do have that, you know, if you do have the goal advantage walking into that fight. Trading 1-for-1s is just so not, you know, it's not what you want. And with Brand down, your main source of, you know, killing the Malphite, it's gonna look like it's a free third Drake for OPN unless they go for a coin flip here. Let's see. Thresh is walking up. Olivia Wall, you slightly early there. Kind of a poor decision. Unstoppable Force coming through the Jarvan. He's getting chunked out. Graves ends up securing the Baron. Malphite, unfortunately, we don't want to see that flash. Just accept your fate. Cataclysm coming out to Seraphine. Seraphine does have to flash out. Graves dashes away from the Cataclysm. Jarvan does not falling here. Maokai is here. Do they end up going for anything? Twisted Advance coming out to the Philios. Clyde slightly a bit late. He does have the OP guns though. Graves does not falling to the Udyr after being chucked out by the Philios. Seraphine, the Seraph shield does not get followed, but yeah, that's just a team wipe. Someone is pinging the Malphite on OPN. Maybe they're, you know, I think we're going to see the BDS Adam situation all over again this game, but I mean, getting that third Drake is so important because it removes the win con from GBM. I mean, the game might be already doomed, but you get what you get what you can. Imagine if the Maokai had a frozen heart already, you know, and farming. Like Seraphine going, like I don't like Seraphine opting into the what's it called, Staff of Flowing Water when she is the one farming. Like I feel like you can get slightly more greedy with more like harder hitting API items, but because Seraphine does, you know, do damage. It's not like she's just a support champion. She does end up doing damage. Vision is getting picked up here. Maokai anticipating that hook from the Thresh. Does end up dodging it. Let's take a look at our goal distribution. Actually, wait, there's a fight happening here. Maokai just getting hit by the Thresh once again. Seraphine ult didn't get invested. Yeah, I'm not really quite sure how OPN comes back now. They're down. Actually, I can see a way, but it probably won't happen. The way that I'm seeing is, you know, Malphite gets a massive 3-man engage, and then the Anivia wall stops them from going back any further because they GBM does have 4 flashes, right? Obviously, Udyr doesn't have the flash. He has Ghost. I feel like that's not picking up the low dominance regard. Gonna be hitting the Malphite for quite a lot now. There might actually be a fight happening in the mid lane here as we take a look here. Yeah, someone should be pushing out this bottom wave. Not really quite sure why no one is investing anything. Oh my god, the Unstoppable Force doesn't end up connecting onto the Udyr. He just slightly mistimes it, but even then, I don't think he would have reached them anyway. Now they don't have the engage, and this should just be game. Threshold ends up connecting on the Nivea. There is follow-up from Jarvan and Philios on the bot side. Thresh does end up having to flash defensively from the Twisted Advance. Huge flag and drag after ended up missing, but flash to connect on the Nivea. Seraphine ult doesn't end up hitting anything actually. Huge spacing win from GBM, and I think that's just game. Seraphine is dying to the Jarvan in the backline. There's just no damage output whatsoever from the Nivea because she is dead. Oh my god, look at this guy melting in front of the Aphelios, and I think that's just game. Malphite. I don't know what you said there. Malphite ulting the voices in his head. True. Yeah, and I think that's just game, guys. If I'm being completely honest, everything just went wrong for OPN, but yeah. Oh, hey, look, we have inhibitor timers, bottom left. How cool is that? Yeah, and that's just game, guys. That is just game. But yeah, we're gonna take a little break here. Catch us for game 2. Yo, kind of a short break, but we're about to hop into game 2. It looks like OPN did end up selecting blue side, so we'll see what the draft decision is from them. Yeah, maybe let's not pick the Anivia anymore, because Anivia did end up being the last pick, and I don't think she did a lot in the lane. Normally what you want to see into the brand is like Kassadin. Just more harder hitting like counters. Syndra would have been better there. LeBlanc maybe. But yeah, we're gonna have to see how they answer in the draft, because I do think the problem was in the draft. I think the Seraphine Wildcard just didn't end up working how they expected to, even though it did their job, but it just wasn't enough oomph, you know what I mean? Now, because they switched sides here, I'm assuming they are gonna prioritize. I don't know. I feel like the 5 champions that they picked last game, they shouldn't pick this game. I think this should just be an entirely different comp. Like, I want to see Xin Zhao first pick, Lee Sin first pick. What else do I want to see? I want to see Nocturne did up banning. If it's the same bans, I'm maybe rotating the mid lane to 1-2-3 instead of the 4-5. Now, being on the red side though, it does give your top laner caster. Is it true all VL casters have at least one set on the VL of, I don't know. Yeah, I think you need to go back to the English Academy. I don't know what you said there, but yeah. Being on red side here, you definitely want to save the jungle pick, mid lane pick, or the support pick. You definitely want to counter pick one of those 3 lanes and then have your jungler play around them, because I feel like the jungler was actually, he was doing all the right, movements, all the right macro decisions. Jarvan was top, he was bottom collecting the Drakes. I think as the Jarvan, it was a big mistake to collect all 6 grubs, but they did end up winning the game anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. Is it true all VL casters have at least one set on the VL OnlyFans? No. Chris isn't on there yet, he's the 1K sub special, I don't know anything about that. But yeah. As we are hopping into our second game here, hopefully it'll be more eventful than the last early game, please. And we are in Champ Select. Okay, never mind. I thought I switched up the sides, but I guess not. The sides are correct. Caster blink if true. Well, I have to blink to survive, so okay. Yeah, Mord ban, Lilia ban, same rotational bans. Nothing really too different here. I shouldn't expect anything different here. GBM should just stick to their bread and butter, and then it should just be OPN. Guys, if I'm being honest, drafting is not that hard. Alright, maybe in like Platinum Elo, Emerald Elo, Masters Elo, it's really not that hard. But, but the thing about drafting is that, you have to play around. You're not the one, like, being the drafter and then being the player, that's 2 different things. If you're on red side though, you should be telling, like, if you're the top laner, if you're the mid laner, if you're the support, you should be telling whoever's drafting for you, hey, I played this niche champion that I think works really well into, like, let's say they picked Maokai, for example, again, and then you can answer with, like, Senna, double ADC ball lane, right? If I'm Meritan, I'm saying, hey, I can play Ashe, I can play, and then we even saw Ezreal support from T1 carrier, right? I can play Ezreal support, I can play Varus support, I can play Senna support. I think I can go like 10-0 versus this guy if you get me on it. That's what I should be seeing from red side. Yeah, it's just same rotational bans as Big Boy Dan is gonna get on the Jarvan this time. I should like you should pick another high agency jungler, and my monitor turned off. Anyways, we're back. Never mind. Yes, I like this. I like this. So instead, because they banned Aphelios last time, because they are afraid of the Claymore. Okay, I wasn't familiar. Hey, I wasn't familiar with your game. I apologize. Now this could be Smolder top mid or ADC. We're gonna have to see, but Smolder is definitely a strong champion. He's actually really broken. Don't let the win rate deceive you. I like this. Okay, I like this from GBM. Yes, more. So they have a first pick, not high agency ADC, but a high agency jungler this time in the second on R2, and Smolder. You can definitely play on Smolder. Now the question is, how does OPN answer? I want to see Varus. Varus should just completely gut the Smolder. He should not be able to play the game. Let's see. 3 seconds left on the clock. What the answer was? Xayah? Is it just Xayah Rakan? It would be interesting to see if they don't pick Rakan here, though. Rakan obviously has huge synergy with the Jarvan. Yeah, I mean, just... Okay, so OPN's 1 to 3 is really solid and really strong. However, it does leave you open to counter picks. Like, not the Thresh, no. I'm not sure about that. So now, both. If I'm OPN, I'm banning out top lane counter picks, and if I'm GBM, I'm banning out mid lane counter picks. Maybe I ban a mid laner and the top laner. I haven't looked at the OPGs for both teams, but I'm assuming like Brand is just really strong again. I'm not really quite sure why they banned the Garen. I'm gonna be honest with you. Garen has like really solid counter pick options, and you do have the last pick, so I'm assuming they're giving mid lane counter pick. Annie. Now Annie isn't as strong because she did get nerfed a while ago. If you remember when everyone was spamming Annie support, Annie mid. You know, BLG Yagao was definitely one of the best Annie's world. If you don't know who Yagao is, he's the now JDG Ornn ban actually coming out from Garlic Bear Mafia. So I'm not actually quite sure what GVM is going for. Like what sort of draft decision they have made up. Mods, can you say, like, Cassie, can you say mods blow this guy's house up? Well, I guess I just did, so. They're just banning comfort. Yeah, but you don't want to be banning comfort if you know, you want to be banning. I would much rather appreciate 2 mid lane bans here if they do. Like, comfort is one thing, and then, yeah, I mean, they're just gonna go for the top lane counter pick anyway, so I'm not really, like, I don't know. I think it's a draft blunder, blunder from GBM. I would much rather see them ban on mid laners if they were gonna pick the Lux anyway, and then have, because I guess if you don't have an answer to Ornn or Garen, which there are a lot of answers to Ornn and Garen, by the way. You know, Darius functions well into both champions. Gwen, because you do need an AP topside with a Nocturne, so you have that AP AD synergy. Wei gets picked here. But yeah, there are a lot of counter picks that Ornn and Garen both share. But I guess Adele just doesn't play them, because someone in chat did say, because someone in chat did say that, or a lot of people back him up, that the GBM's top laner is Renekton more Dutruk. Maokai gets picked here anyway, so it's Maokai top. Now this is what it comes down to, the last pick of this potentially match point draft. Let's see what it is. Let's see what he cooks up in the kitchen, and if it'll be burned. Not bad, honestly. I'm not hating. I don't hate it. I'm not hating it, but it does leave you open to the. You know, I would have liked to see something else like in 2v1 the enemy top laner and Jarvan, because Jarvan and Maokai don't have that much burst or that much DPS to kill you. Actually, now that I say that, now that I say that, I don't actually like the Udyr pick because it's not a 1v9 champ, right? I would have liked to see Gragas. Like Gragas is really strong into Maokai, into Zyrakan too, because you have the Nocturne Lux engage. I think Gragas would have been the perfect pick here actually, but maybe he doesn't play it. So now I have to fill up another 3 minutes of delay. Yeah, it's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. So chat, how have you been? If you have any questions, I do watch a lot of like, you know, pro. I watch LPL, LCK, LEC. I don't watch LCS though. I think LCS is a doomed region. They have like Team Liquid had like four Koreans, one like regional mid laner from the NA, and people were just calling him TLCK, so I just stopped watching LCK, LCS entirely. So, if you have any questions in chat about the game, please let me know. Rammus ADC in VL1, yeah, the Rammus Yumi from Ultra Prime was not it, bro. If you saw how much they actually got demolished that game and how much the Rammus accomplished, they might as well have been laning versus nobody. Someone said next series. Well, from this draft, I don't think there will be a game 3. If I'm being complete, actually, there might be. There definitely might be. The Way definitely needs to pop off, and I think the Jarvan Way synergy is too strong compared to the Lux Nocturne, but we're gonna have to see what the early decisions are. We've played Teemo top, can't be much different. OPN better use some VP and nuke GBM player houses to win. I think they might not need to do that, but it's gonna be close to effort league-wise. I think it's a closer draft than before though. The only problem is this. I don't like the Thresh pick. I don't think the Thresh pick accomplishes anything. But we're gonna have to, if he does end up landing like 10 hooks in a row, then it'll be worth it. But because the Thresh pick is only bad if it doesn't accomplish anything, right? But because he picked it, the degree to which difficulty, like the degree of difficulty to how he can accomplish and impact the game, is very you know, it's very difficult in this game specifically. If you saw Hylissang doing the Fnatic SK series, Fnatic Mad series, that guy just completely ran it down. He went like 0-10 and then hit the blast cone. And then he didn't go anywhere with the blast cone, and then said, referee, I need a pause. I want to fight for my life here. For my 11th, I don't think I should have died this specific 11th time. And the pause went on for like 30 minutes. Caster, can you sing for us? No, I do know all the words to Sprinter though, like all the lyrics to Sprinter. It's there for the montages. Okay. As we're finally in game, let me switch the overlay. And there's a pause anyway. Okay, I guess I'm turning music back on. Oh my god. Okay, so what was the reason for the pause? I guess someone DC'd or something. I don't know. Caster, please sing Sprinter. No. Caster, this is the perfect time to sing Sprinter. Are you gonna? Caster, how many of the? Is it because they're gonna run it down? Yeah, I mean, if you guys don't know, this is not a bug. Like what's paused on the screen is because when the spectator delay catches up to the pause, the delay has to then resume, right? So this is just another delay to put us back in time. So this is not a bug, guys. Whenever you see this in game or when you're spectating, this is not a bug. As we should just see a standard 5-point. Cass, how many of these players do you own in a 1v1 Greco-Roman style fistfight? None. Are they just gonna go for a ward on here again? I think this is poor preparation from GBM. Going for this type of early ward is so huge, by the way. The Udyr did end up getting another ward onto the blue buff, so equal information for both teams. Yeah. What do you guys want me to talk about? Nocturne's going to be starting his top side. Jarvan's going to be starting his top side. Again, I don't like Jarvan starting bot side here. I think he should always start red because you get faster tempo from the ball leash and you get the red buff, which makes it better for ganking. Plus, it's always, as a top laner, it's always bad. Um, it's always bad to lose agency and pry over the top wave. Don't worry, ganking Maokai Astroworth, but it's also like I understand that ganking Maokai and like when you're starting bot side, you're automatically pathing top side as a hook does end up missing, which enables the Rakan to W, but it just doesn't hit, and they actually lose the trade because of that. I understand that when you start bot side, you are pathing top anyway, but if you're the Jarvan, you should just be looking for a 3-camp gank, 3-camp gank, 3-camp gank repeat. Whereas the Nocturne, I agree with starting top side with the red buff because it is on your top side and you get to put your higher XP value camps on the respawn quicker and hit that level 6 as fast as possible. Actually, Zaya Rakan lane does end up losing prio here actually. Not something you see a lot of. The way now, if you look on the runes, the way huge bind connecting onto the way though, but yeah, I was gonna say the way does actually have phase rush to protect against the how Maokai does the missile cannon to protect against the Nocturne gank. When you get feared, you do get slowed down and you run away from Nocturne, but if you have phase rush, you just end up running away at Nocturne. So you do lose a bit of lane power, but if you're away, you're not really going for the lane power anyway, so it's fine. Thresh actually misplaying a bit here. Doesn't end up taking a lot of it. Yeah, and Jarvan did end up going for a full clear. Nocturne actually was a little bit slower on this clear, so he did end up having to skip Gromp. Huge hook connecting onto the Rakan here. We'll end up shielding back to Zaya though. Another hook connecting back to back. Rakan will actually end up going down, and Smolder just flying away. Yeah, I'm not really sure if if the Thresh is good or the Rakan just misplayed there. I'm gonna be honest, but the hook did land, so there's that. Maokai trying to bait a little bit. Doesn't miscommunication there. Anti-synergy play from the John and the Maokai. Now, because Maokai did end up not, using the Q to huge hook connecting once again on the Rakan. Yeah, this Rakan is just not allowed to breathe. Because Maokai did end up using the Q to not clear the wave, but instead go for the, insect style play onto the hits again. Oh my god, Rakan, what are you doing? Actually, they trade one back here. The Q heal did help Rakan survive. Lethal Tempo procced onto the Zaya. Yeah, oh no, it's just disaster for everyone in the bot lane here. Smolder is so accelerated now. Something might happen onto the flash coming out from. Does he end up dying to the red buff? No. Oh, he didn't even have red, so. And this all stemmed from the fact that Udyr didn't end up dying to the Jarvan gank. Nocturne should end up dying here. Did flash earlier to secure the Maokai kill, but didn't end up getting it. Jarvan ends up picking up the kill. Thresh is spotted on the ward in river, placed by Zyra Khan, we don't know. Nothing really too much to talk about, just, this bot lane though. Smolder's 3 now, guys. He's so accelerated in this game. Good Thresh buffer, good hook buffer from the Thresh. Maybe a bit of a blunder on the Lantern, but, it is what it is. Ooh, the phase rush does help in dodging those Lux coat shots so much. The ult, though, does end up missing by inches. As OPN, they do want to do this Drake. Yeah, I mean, Udyr just so good at clearing away tank, laning against tanks. Flagging Drag heading onto the Lux, yes, there's a surprise fight happening onto in the bottom jungle. Wei has to flash defensively. Mom does end up killing the Wei just yet. Smolder flying away, has to cancel it early, gets hit by the huge flagging Drag heading onto 2 people. Nocturne and Thresh go down. Smolder should pick up a kill here though in return. Oh, he spaces just awkwardly. Jarvan will just walk away, man. But a positive win trade, a positive elixir fight for OPN. Now, because OPN did end up killing the Nocturne earlier in the fight, there's actually, yeah, Jarvan's just gonna completely sack the Drake because Udyr is proxying here. Twisted Advance coming out a bit early opens up Udyr to actually trading 1-for-1. He has to ghost away. Flying Drag connecting barely. He doesn't have the Awakened E yet. Has it up now. You decides to use it on the turtle stance. Ghost still up. Does he end up running away? Ends up hitting the fruit here. No one's coming here to save him. Rakan is here too. I don't know why. Wei picks up the kill. Huge pickup on the kill, actually. As Wei pings that the Lux is missing, but a bit too late as GBM does pick up the first Drake of the game. Around 1.6k gold lead to OPM. That's purely because of the Udyr death and Nocturne death. Zai is 4-1 actually, so she did end up catching up to the Smolder. A 4 CS lead, but nothing too major. Rakan is level 5 though. I'm not quite sure how far away he is from 6. And Smolder already hits like so hard already. Wait, clearing away the mid wave. Thresh did end up roaming mid here. Point blank miss from the Thresh actually. I'm not sure how he missed. He could have flayed earlier. Maokai going down so hard in levels, trying to freeze the wave as best he can, but sacrificing his HP in return. breaks the freeze by himself anyway. I mean, yeah, Smolder's gonna chip away at the Zaya. Zaya's not gonna auto in return. Not really sure why. Grubs are being contested for. Nocturne is here. Rakan did hit 6, charms the Nocturne. Jarvan did end up going down. Rakan is gonna go down as well. Wei is so low. Face Rush not being able to pre-proc in time. Maokai is just left alone. Huge flash, but not just barely not enough damage to execute anyone. And that's just gonna be Grubs taken away from OPN. I mean, yeah, and Zai is just stuck in jail here without the Rakan to help her go onto the Smolder. I do believe Smolder, when Smolder flies, he does outrange Zaya by like a tiny bit, but if the Smolder is good at spacing, which he is here, he shouldn't be able to lose any trade, I think. Rakan trying to freeze the wave as best he can, but Smolder, knowing he's low on mana. Great job from Rakan to just freeze the wave without dying in return. Spirit Shogun picked up for the Smolder, so yeah, I think we're gonna see a Bruiser build from the Smolder here. Definitely gonna help against the Rakan engage. Actually, if Rakan doesn't have ulting, Hook connects onto the Jarvan after his flag and drag misses. As Udyr procs the empowered Phoenix stance. Drake is coming up in a minute 30. We'll see how both teams set up to get it. Only the second Drake of the game. Will be a second Drake for GBM, but the first for OPN. Both top laners don't have access to teleport to join the fight. Maokai won't be able to move anytime soon. Udyr, if this looks like, yeah, this is a counter wave, so Udyr should clear this wave and then walk bottom instantly. I'm not liking this play. He should have used the empowered Phoenix stance to, or empowered anything really to clear the counter wave and join his team at Drake. I mean, he's doing his best to shove the wave in, but he could have done it so much easier. I guess he's gonna go for a proxy here. Jarvan is here though, kind of a mistime proxy from the Udyr. Cataclysm does end up going down. Is Maokai just gonna pick up the kill? Kind of a greedy play from the Maokai, but a kill is a kill, I guess. Imagine if only the Udyr just cleared the wave top and walked to Drake instantly. I think that would have been better. As Drake and Herald both come up at the same time, we'll see which ones the teams go for. Yeah, I'm slowly losing my energy levels, guys. It's not looking good. I think I'm literally gonna fall asleep by game 3. Udyr does have access to a TP slightly earlier than Maokai. So Nocturne is gonna go ahead and start the Drake. Yeah, he does end up starting the Drake. As a Rakan engage is coming, Flash has to be answered by the Smolder. Mom comes down, Nocturne does end up coming out. Huge damage from the Smolder actually, with the Shojin. Thresh has to flash defensively. Jarvan Flash has to flash defensively as well, but ends up going down anyway. Udyr is here, but why? Lux is coming down. It's a 5-man fight at the Drake, but didn't really need 5 people. We'll see if Smolder ends up tower diving. How many stacks is Smolder at? I can't click on him. Okay, there we go. He's at 153 at 15 minutes. Now, if you don't know, Smolder does end up getting his Elder execute at 225, so him being at 153 is actually kind of huge. As a second Drake, I mean, the GBM scales better. They had the better early game. They had the better macro decisions. Maokai doesn't even end up getting the top tower here. That would have been huge, as there is first tower gold available for both teams to take. It's slowly turning into a lopsided win for GBM, but we'll see. There's still, it's only 15 minutes, 16 minutes. We'll see what anything can happen. 152 stacks at 15 minutes is GG, I think. You know what also be GG? If you hopped into the Discord and cast it with me. Thoughts? Unless they do some serious inting, I agree. OPN does end up picking up the Rift Herald, but the Rift Herald was only useful if you get an opportunity to use it, and it doesn't look like they will, or soon in this game anyway. Very true, but eating, give me 5, just eat on stream, bro. Like, at this point, we're desperate. Maokai actually able to go even this trade, but there's a fight happening onto the Smolder here. Does he end up having he calls down Mom, but heals him for quite a ton of HP actually. They're losing this trade actually. Does he end up falling down? No, they don't opt out to go for a dive. Udyr is roaming down. They might be. I think they're trying to make a play onto the way here. Ooh, huge dodge to dodge the binding. All does not hitting onto the Udyr. Does a lot of damage. Udyr now forced to back. Maokai did have to invest his TP, but I don't think it would have mattered anyway. Hogue just barely ends up missing onto the Rakan. Now, the Rakan is going Deadman's first. What I don't like as a first item is the Spear. I think the Spear is a waste of gold personally. It's a luxury item that you can't afford, especially when you're behind, as Twisted Advance actually going to be used aggressively onto the Udyr. I'm not really sure. The Maokai doesn't win this, at least I don't think. He does have the Hollow Radiance. Is that Hollow Radiance? Or no, that's Hollow Radiance. Iceborne Gauntlet, big pickup from the Udyr. I think itemization is definitely a underrated part of the league, and it's especially underrated when you have items like Kayn and Rukern floating around, where you can just build into magic damage dealing champions, and then just say a Flying Drag coming after the Luxia, where her final spark, she did end up using a final spark to go away, but Wei does end up killing her. Smite to execute the Jarvan from the Nocturne. Yeah, Iceborne Gauntlet already picked up from on the Smolder. Yeah, Udyr's just gonna walk past the tower. Oh my god. Let me take a sip of cola. Anyone in chat watch Zlator's, or sip of cola as his Twitch name is? Udyr is behind the way, but won't be able to find anything. Ooh, the Rakan S-key. Maybe that's the trick to dodge the hooks against Maritain for anyone in the future playing against him. Just S-key. Maokai has to end up using the roots defensively. That's now what you want to see with Drake and Baron coming up. Ah, wait. I think I forgot to turn on in-game audio. Whoops. My bad, guys. No one in chat told me. Thanks, chat. Oh my god, we finally have a co-caster. Hello. Yep.
Sorry, I'm late.
Yeah, it's fine. You're just a replacement.
Me. Oh.
No Leandros on Udyr's Sag. I mean, I don't think I would have liked Leandros here anyway. Rakan has to W out defensively. Smolder flying, trying to fly over the wall for chip damage. Flying and Drag has to be used defensively. Ends up knocking up the thresh, but there is an Udio TP coming out from the other side of the map. Maokai has access to the TP, but doesn't end up use. I don't think he should use it because he doesn't have his ult up.
I think OPN are gonna have to back off here.
Udio is just 1v4. Yeah, maybe
Okay.
they can now. Yeah, they can definitely now contest this Drake. A lot of ultimate. Maokai is TPing. You commentate this one or should I?
You can commentate.
Hook does end up hitting onto the Jarvan. Rakan engage. It does end up finding Smolders. Cleanse has to be used, but doesn't cleanse the knockout. Maokai is in the background. Twisted Advance has to be used onto the Lux. Smolder is already at 225 stacks, just killing Maokai and everything he sees. There's no front line anymore for OPN. Smolder's just flying across everyone. Rakan is trying to mitigate some damage, but Zai ends up falling anyway. Flash has to be used defensively.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely a wow moment.
It's exactly what I thought with Smolder. Just too strong early. Too many stacks too early in the game, and it's going to cause huge problems later on.
And
if they even get to later on.
Yeah. Oh no, Zai, you can already see in chat. Zaya is paying the Jarvan R and the Maokai R. I think.
And there's another kill, yeah.
Yeah, I think this team is forfeiting. They're disbanding after this game.
What's OPN's results looking like so far? I've not even looked.
I don't know, me neither, but they cannot be good. Do you hear audio, by the way?
I don't, but it's fine.
Okay.
If I hear audio, I hear you as well, if that makes any sense. So I hear you twice.
Oh, you hear me twice?
Yeah, because I have to watch it on Discord because I'm not in-game.
Oh, okay. Let me just change that. Yeah, what do you think about the game so far?
It's, I mean, both games have been... I didn't get to watch all of Game 1, but they're relatively one-sided. I think GBM have better drafts and better game plans, clearly. It's definitely been tough, I think, for OPN to get into the game at all. And here's Maokai going again. I think it's relatively easy work here. And he's dead.
Sorry, I can't stream the game to Discord because it just lags my entire PC for some reason. So I have to I have to stream it from OBS. Mr. Caster OPN are currently 2-0 in the league, same as GBM. I mean, did you just see the team fight? Are you seeing these thresh hooks? Are you Are you seeing these thresh hooks? Are you seeing Mom called down from the Smolder? I don't think... Are they actually 2-0? Because if they're 2-0, it's looking like a weak 2-0 to me. Can we check the strength of schedule of OPN?
I'm trying to get it up, but I can't find the tournament page.
I say the strength of schedule as if like I know what how strong the other teams are, but I have no idea. They won versus Monk Esports and Lock-in. That doesn't mean anything to me. For all I know, you could be saying like random names. So third and last place. So they won. So they're 2-0 versus third and last.
All right, that kind of makes sense to be fair. I mean, the third place is fair.
Yeah. Have you seen the first game at all, or?
No, only a tiny chunk of it. I watched the start, and then I had to hop off.
What did you think about the start?
The start, I mean, it was when I was watching, it was semi-even. My issue I saw was in the mid lane. I saw Anivia getting dominated quite a lot.
Would you believe me? If I told you the end? Actually, hold that thought. Actually, Flag and Drag coming out onto the Thresh and the Cataclysm. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Final spot ends up landing on 2 in a row, along with Mom finishing off with the Elder Dragon buff, and it's only 25 minutes.
If you look at chat, surrender vote failed.
Wait, did it actually?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
It's not looking good.
I think this team does have like 3 subs, so I think, yeah. Smolder's flashing offensively, by the way. Oh my.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just GG. It's just GG.
I think they can end here.
In pro,
Oh no, actually.
in pro, like the professional casters, this is where they would go. Like, yeah, if OPN gets Jesus on their team, they get Thanos to snap away enemy. I think they can win.
I'm gonna be looking for Drake here. I'm not sure there's much OPN can do, to be honest.
Look
It's
at
just
that.
Smolder.
Look at that. Look at those 3 wards, by the way.
They're crazy, absolutely. Pure vision control.
Yeah, this guy is just dead. Nocturne ult is a bit overkill, and so is the Smolder ult, but it is what it is.
They are actually gonna get killed in top lane, maybe?
No, they won't.
Nope.
Someone was hoping for a 3-game banger in chat, but
I'm not sure this is the game to be
Yeah.
watching.
who's your MVP of the game or of the series?
So far, I mean, ADC, no. I've only watched game 2 mainly, but there's literally nothing OPN can do purely because of Smolder, basically. So it kind of has to be MVP. I genuinely think they couldn't even 5v1 it purely because of that ult damage and execute as well. Basically, free Elder Drake and abilities.
Yeah, we might have to go back to the drawing board after this one.
Definitely gonna have a lot of thinking to do.
He's just in shop, bro. He's not even looking at the map. I think he was looking top lane actually too. Oh, that point of again the anti-synergy coming up from the Maokai and Jarvan.
You could just not taking damage. Holy shit!
He could just if he wanted to run out, he could right now.
They can't kill him. While they
Yeah.
on bot side.
As we take a look at
He
Vodka.
actually just 1v3s that one.
Yeah.
I think that's GG.
He actually killed the Jarvan. Yeah, and that's just GG. Are they actually gonna? No, they won't, right? Smolder's still. Is Smolder dead? Oh, wait, Smolder actually ended up dying. Lux is going down to the. Nocturne has to be used onto the way here, but ends up getting feared. Maokai flash auto Qs. And we have a. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a series! No, I'm kidding.
Now they gotta try and 3v1 Udyr for the second
Yeah.
time.
The problem is, Desire has a Bloodthirster, which is a luxury. I say it's a luxury item at this point in the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure really why.
Someone said MVP is whoever locked in Smolder and Champ Select, Keg W. I mean,
To be fair, I think Smolder's a brave pick, to be honest.
yeah, I mean they did
Just
answer.
early.
They did answer with a Zyra Khan, and then they picked Thresh on 3. But I'm not, I'm not really sure if it's the Smolder who's doing well or the Rakan just ended up dying 7 times this game.
Yeah. I think the thing is, when Smolder gets ahead, like, early, it's just any late game scaling champion. I mean, you can say it for Vayne as well.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Becomes completely unwinnable, pretty much no matter what you do, unless you have some crazy assassin on your team, which unfortunately OPN do not.
How many stacks is the guy at? If I could click on him. He's at 329!
30 minutes in.
Udyr's just gonna run. Oh, is that?
Yeah,
I think
it's
Zaya
champion.
misclicked, yeah. She has to use ult, but the ult's not gonna do anything because you still can't get away from the Udyr. He's trying to avoid the root, but.
He was close, to be
yeah,
fair.
close, but. Is there. Like, I'm not even saying what's happening. Like Cataclysm comes down, Smolder ults. Smolder's full HP in the backline. Has to use flash
Yeah, no
defensively.
one, no one's on the Smolder. Nothing they can do.
Yeah, and we're just ending the game. That's just game.
Hell of a series, I suppose.
Unless wait,
Unless
1v9's it right here. No, they're just gonna end the game. Yeah, and the Jarvan left before the game even. Okay. Yeah, it's tragic.
that was interesting, to say the least.
I'm not even gonna play the outro music. Yeah, that was definitely a series.
Definitely a series. I mean, what do you think of drafts as well in that
I think
game?
both drafts. I think both drafts were. I mean, I get that it's like someone in chat did say, "Oh, they're just banning away comfort on 4-5" because they did ban away the Garen and the Ornn, and OPN did end up locking the Maokai in, and then the response was Udyr, which I don't hate, but definitely being the last pick, like being the last pick, and then you see, I see Udyr, it's like definitely could have been better, but
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you kind of expect to go with something big, and definitely more solo lane dominant than Udyr. Not to say Udyr can't dominate solo lanes, but he's definitely more of a weak side and slowly scale, especially into a Maokai. But I think there was issue. If you don't take control of the game when you're playing against a late game scaling comp, in the context of OPN, obviously they couldn't win early, especially with the Rakana inting clearly.
I don't think
There's
you're allowed
nothing
to
they
say
can
that
really
word.
do to come back. Am I not?
I don't know. Someone said, "Do you want an interview?" Yes. We have to get an interview after that game. I actually don't have any questions lined up because it was just a stomp.
Not do I. Who are you even interviewing? Coach?
This is the coach.
I don't know. All right. ABC, ADC of GBM.
Oh, the Smolder. Well, I don't even know if he played last game. Like game one. What did he
He
play?
played.
Yeah.
I can't actually remember.
Um, he's into
Wait,
waiting room. Oh, I can move him. Why am I allowed to move him? He played Ophelia Smolder. Okay. Hello.
as our answer.
Hey, so
Hello.
how's it going?
It's going
Going
good.
good?
Yep.
Very
Lovely.
well.
Yeah, we don't actually have
Right.
any
So,
questions lined up for you.
uh, what was your game plan with the Smolder pick? Out of curiosity, like what made you want to pick that in game two?
Well, to be honest, it was something which we were discussing, and there was actually some mishearing because Ezreal just picked it when we were still hesitant about it, but we just, we're fine with it, we accept it, and for some reason they decide to throw in the Saya against it. I don't know why you would do that. Smolder is really good against the close-ranged ADCs. So really, it was just a sort of slight mistake, but it was something which we were thinking of anyway.
Right. Interesting. And were you not worried at all in like the early game of obviously losing
Nope,
to that Zaya?
absolutely not.
Fair enough.
I saw how they played game one, and to be honest, just seeing how they played there, I knew taking Smolder in wasn't going to be the worst thing in the world. I knew I could stack against them, I could play safe, and I could do it. Just with the fact that I got 3 kills that early on, it just made my life significantly easier.
Fair enough. A lot of confidence. Anything else?
No, not really. We were, expecting a lot against these guys, and for it to be a very clean 2-0 sweep like it was, is a bit disappointing. But that's just how it is. The next 2 games for us, I am very, very looking forward, very much looking forward to. Next one is against my old team in Frostbite, and there is a big vendetta I have against the MAS's ADC. So those are 2 games I really want to win.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, it was great. Great 2-0. Very clean. Not really many issues, apart from I think once at the very end of game two.
Oh,
Any
to be honest, I would admit I was quite kill hungry there, but with how much we got from that anyway, even if they did kill all of us, there really wasn't much they could get from it. It's just a small little hiccup, and even then, it wasn't one which was a significant one.
great, yeah. Anything else to add, Chris?
Let me translate of why they picked Smolder. We wanted to limit test, and enemy team didn't know what they were doing, so they locked in Zyracon, and we won. Yep.
Yeah, basically,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was expecting more, like I said, although I'm not going to, see this team as any less when we face them in the second part of the, double round robin.
For
I just
sure.
want, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, things can definitely change over time.
of course. We're not going to have our egos inflated because of this. This is the sort of experience which we want for every single game.
Well, I have no more questions.
Yeah, I mean there was nothing really to ask. Like no questionable stuff happening.
Yeah, that's fine. I just hope that you guys see, if you give me a Felios, I'm going to win. It's my
Valid,
best.
valid.
It's my best champion, and if people keep on giving it to me, I'll happily take it.
Well, to be fair, they did ban him game 2, I
They
think,
did, yes,
and then you still won. So
exactly. It's a. I always strive to be the best player I can be, and I do know that there are some people who, don't like me just because of the attitude I have had in the past, and that's simply just because, I'm a very competitive person. I want to do my best, I want the best for my team, and I want to have the best team possible to win. So when we aren't getting the results, yeah, I can get a bit annoyed, angry at times, but it isn't against anyone personally. And I just want to, better improve my stature in the Valorant community.
You wouldn't happen to be French and the top laner for BDS, would you?
No,
Okay.
sadly not.
all right, well, I literally can't think of anything else to ask. So
Yeah, me neither.
That's all right. I hope you guys enjoyed the games. We'll see you, well, hopefully, talk to you guys at some other point.
thank you very much.
Yep.
Ta-ta.
Yeah, I guess
Wow, I think that
that's
concludes
gonna,
everything.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's gonna be it for today, I guess. Someone did say stop leaking strats. They might drop the Mord or a Necton ban. Yeah, I guess it just ended. Kind of a an anticlimactic end, but
Very, very anticlimactic. He did well solo casting. To be fair, I was listening in part of first game, and it was clean. To be fair,
yeah, I actually ran out of water, bro. It's stress, man.
I
It's
don't know.
stress.
I think casting is definitely more interesting when it's like proper even matches, where it's like, especially when it's like 2-1 or something, or the best of fives they do later on are always really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna end stream and see you guys later, guys.